So, hallo und herzlich willkommen hier zur 28. Folge Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Continue. Wir waren bei der Investigation, beziehungsweise jetzt direkt am Anfang der Investigation. Und irgendwie habe ich den Eindruck, die Musik ist auf einmal wieder lauter. Ich werde mal kurz die Musik weiter machen. Kurzer Cut. So muss es gehen. Also, was schon mal sehr auffällig ist, ist, dass, das wollte ich nicht, alle, so ziemlich alle Personen tatsächlich hier in dem Raum sind. Das heißt, wir werden kaum in andere Räume wahrscheinlich müssen, sonst wären da auch irgendwelche Personen wahrscheinlich. Okay, fangen wir aber erstmal mit den Gegenständen an. It's a large water tank from the escape trick. The glass is broken. It's in bad shape.
Come on, man.
Did you guys really need to break the glass? Everything's soaked now.
But
Well, if we had left Ryoma's body there, we wouldn't have been able to investigate.
that's right.
I guess it would have taken way too long to just empty the whole tank with a bucket.
Okay.
It was a lot to clean up, but at least we can investigate the tank now. There might be a clue around here. I should take a closer look.
Got it.
Yeah, you're right. Because we broke the glass, there isn't much of anything left in the tank. But I should investigate the area thoroughly. There's bound to be something. Ja, okay, ich meine, das hier ist schon mal das Eindeutigste, die Handschellen. Handcuffs? Why are the handcuffs here? Still locked, and there's a small scratch on them. There are small scratches on them. The cuffs appear to be stainless steel, so not too hard to scratch. They must have been scraping against something hard or sharp.
Huh?
What are those handcuffs? Why are they in the tank? Where were they in the tank? But I've never seen handcuffs in the warehouse. Where'd they come from? That's true, there weren't any in the warehouse, so where did they come from? Wahrscheinlich von Himiko. If they weren't in the warehouse, another place that might have handcuffs is... Could it be he's a prisoner? Ryoma's lab wasn't just for the ultimate tennis pro, but also for the ultimate prisoner? So perhaps... wir hatten das behauptet. Habe ich irgendwas verpasst? So perhaps some element of that was in the lab as well. Warte mal. Habe ich irgendwas jetzt verpasst? Warum ist er denn der Ultimate Prisoner? Ultimate Tennis Pro. Hä? Na gut. Glass panel. There's a square glass of pane of glass at the bottom of the water tank. It doesn't look like a broken piece. The other fragments are far more random than this. It's nearly impossible for the broken water tank to produce such a perfect square of glass. Then what exactly is this paint? Glass. The fragment of the broken glass water tank have been piled up. There are so many tiny pieces. Ronta and Tenko certainly didn't hold back when they threw Kibo at the glass. Okay. Bucket. It's a bucket full of piranhas. Ronta said that he picked up all the piranhas and put them here. I can't believe Gonta would do that with his bare hands. Wait, yes I can. When I think that Ryoma is inside their stomach, I don't even feel like eating them. Why would you even consider eating them in the first place? Only the strong can survive in this world that Atua has created.
Amen.
The last we can do is pray for Ryoma's soul, so that he may enter Atua's kingdom.
Come on, man.
Can you really go there looking like this?
But
Those piranhas sure were a miraculous mystery. Maybe Artua was behind those videos too. What are you talking about? I noticed it right at the show start, as the show started.
What a surprise!
I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday when we were preparing.
No.
More piranhas?
Huh?
What? Did they multiply overnight? There's no way they could reproduce that fast. But compared to yesterday, the piranhas looked super crammed into the tank. So they looked more crammed together.
Dear.
The water was too murky, so I couldn't tell how many more piranhas there were.
Oh my!
By the way, it was super crammed.
What a surprise!
Super crammed. Jeez, we get it. More piranhas than yesterday, there might be something to that. Okay, dann jetzt hier noch Ryoma's body, oder was davon noch übrig ist. Ryoma's body is nothing more than a skeleton now, not even a shadow of what he was. What the heck is this? Hey, is this really Ryoma? I didn't see the moment it happened, so I can't believe it.
Okay.
I'm certain of it.
Remember.
Man sieht doch da sogar eindeutig, dass er mit den Handschellen gefesselt wurde. Wenn er sich daran erinnern kann, dann müsste er doch auch wissen, dass... Ja, dann müsste er es eigentlich wissen. Everyone watching the show witnessed it. We saw Ryoma become nothing but bones.
Damn.
I can't believe he died in such a gruesome way.
Well.
The water filled with blood so fast, we didn't see the whole thing, thankfully. But the skeleton is unmistakably Ryoma's.
Jeez.
I know he wanted to die, but he didn't have to actually go and do it.
No.
I don't think that's right, Kaito. Ryoma wasn't trying to die, he said as much. He was jealous of us who wanted to live.
Huh?
What do you mean he was jealous? I'm positive that Ryoma wanted to join us, that's why he needed a reason to live. So that he could have the same feeling we do. So that he could have that reason to keep going. To fight alongside us. Then he was a real idiot. Who cares if you don't have a reason to live? Can't your reason for living be something simple like good food or your friends? Damn it, that idiot. Ryoma's belongings are all gathered together. His clothes, his monopod, the key to his room. That's it, if we use this key we can investigate Ryoma's room. What's in his room to investigate?
Remember.
The motive video. We should find out whose video Ryoma had. Then you think Ryoma was killed because of that video?
No.
I can't say for certain, but we should check just in case. Although he might have had my video. If that were the case, I might be a suspect. Well, no point thinking about that now. Alright, that's all I wanted to see around the water tank. Ja, aber was ist noch wichtig? Curtain. Is there anything suspicious about this curtain?
Hey.
It's been bothering me. What was that curtain for?
That's.
It was in order to hide the water tank. When Himiko was performing her escape, this was close to prevent us from seeing.
Ah.
So that's what it is. Then it's some kind of clue. I don't believe so. I don't see anything suspicious about it. Ja, komm schon, Alter, dahinter muss doch irgendwas sein. Okay, ja gut, gehen wir mal davon hin. What is this?
That is.
It's the control panel for the stage lights. It allows you to raise and lower the button. I see. Ja, wow. Okay, schauen wir mal, was haben wir noch? Reden wir erstmal mit ihr, weil die da oben schon so ist. I should investigate the stage, I'm sure there's a clue there. Okay, hier gibt es mehr anscheinend. Einmal die Ladder. There's a ladder here. I wonder if it was used to set up the show. Ja, das hatten wir vorhin schon so. When I stood on stage and looked up, the piranha tank was directly overhead. It was set up so that the bottom would open when the timer had reached 0. The bottom is open now and the tank is empty. It doesn't look as though it has a lid. I can see the ceiling straight through. And only the front side is glass, the other sides are made of wood. So the piranha tank had no lid, and only the front was made of glass.
Hey, so...
Oh yeah, that tank was from Himiko's research lab.
Ah,
Hey Kaito, you helped carry supplies for the show, right?
got it.
Yeah, me, Kibo, Himiko and Angie. It was a lot of work. But I just helped carry it. I wonder how they hung it from there.
You know...
It was a heavy tank full of water and piranhas. It couldn't have been easy to lift.
That is.
It seems this is where the lighting batten for the gym is attached. Ah, Kirumi.
It seems as if.
The control panel on the side of the stage allows you to raise and lower the batten. It seems they lower the batten, attach the piranha tank to it and raise it again. I never knew lightning battens were sturdy enough to lift a tank like that.
That is correct.
Since it was built to lift heavy objects, it is probably quite sturdy. Okay. There's a curtain covering it, but I believe there's a window on the other side.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You wanna check that window out?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Ah,
it's too high up to reach, huh? Yeah, it's pretty high. Even higher than the piranha tank. Higher than the piranha tank.
yeah.
That's right, there was a ladder next to the stage. I'll go get it. Kaito quickly headed off the stage. He returned carrying the ladder that was set up beside the stage over his shoulder.
Hey, so...
You know, shouldn't the sidekick be the one bringing the ladder?
Thank you.
Yeah, I suppose so. Thank you. After setting up the ladder on top of the stage, I climbed up the rungs. Bin ich gespannt.
You can just barely reach the window with this. And if you open the curtain... Oh, the window is open. If the window's open, does that mean the culprit used it?
The culprit may have gone in and out through this window.
So what's on the other side of the window? I can't see much, but I think it's the pool.
Das müssten wir doch eigentlich schon wissen, dass das der Pool ist.
A pool, huh? I heard we had one here somewhere. All right, let's check it out later. The culprit probably went through there. Oh, wait. What is this? What's up? Nothing. It just looks like marks on the window frame.
The window frame has distinct abrasions, perhaps scratched by something. Ah, das muss dann müssen dann die Handschellen gewesen sein. This might be related to the case. I should remember it. I climbed down from the ladder to the stage.
Hey!
You done investigating the window? Then I'll go put the ladder back.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Kaito.
Jeez.
Shouldn't the sidekick be doing this? He complained, but he still put the ladder back for me. I've investigated everything I wanted on the stage. Hallo, wie wär's mit Kirumi? We all done here? Then let's go.
Okay.
Hallo, ich würde gerne noch mit Kirumi reden. Wieso lassen die immer eine Sache weg?
Hey!
You were helping set up the show, right, Kirumi? Did you hear anything about the trick?
I do not agree.
I did not hear a word. Furthermore, my help consisted of sewing the banner and certain curtains. So I do not know the details for her trick.
Well...
I see. Ja, okay. War nichts Besonderes, deswegen. Ja, dann können wir jetzt runter. Und da hier sonst nichts mehr ist, glaube ich, Können wir jetzt mit den Leuten reden? Wir machen von rechts nach links. I never would have imagined such a cruel murder happening at such a fun show. Irgendwie hat es jeder erwartet, aber gut. Why did the culprit commit such a barbaric act? Did they wish to see us panic?
No.
I don't think that was the sole motivation. There was some other reason for it. And that reason must be related to Himiko's magic show somehow.
I see.
So that means the culprit knew of Himiko's trick and made use of it, yes? If that's true, did Himiko tell somebody? Someone who thinks the trick is actually magic?
Well then.
Since the show was used, we must investigate the trick as well. Kirumi murmured almost to himself, then walked to the back of the stage. Is there anything to investigate backstage? Let's follow him. We should investigate the entire area anyway. We followed Kyo backstage. Ich habe mich schon immer gefragt, wie die da überhaupt hochgekommen sind, aber hier ist eine Leiter. This is a pretty long rope. What was it used for? I estimated it is roughly 65 feet in length.
Huh?
You can tell just by looking at it.
But of course.
I am well versed in ropes. I once visited a village where their use was commonplace. When it was time for me to leave, the women of the village all begged me to stay. I find that deeply disturbing, but I have to focus on the investigation. Anyway, what is this rope? Could this be related to the case? Also es ist ja anscheinend kein Truth Bullet. This staircase goes up to the top of the stage. At first glance, there's nothing particularly suspicious about it. There might be some trick to it, but only a magician would know. There's nothing strange about it from behind other than the large size. It's a normal tank.
I see.
All sides of the tank seem to be made of a special type of glass. I see no hidden doors. Very mysterious. How I wonder, did Himiko escape from the tank?
That's right.
Well, if we figured it out easily, it wouldn't be a magic trick.
However.
I believe that if we figure out the route Himiko took, we will discover how Ryoma got in there. That is true, there's a high probability that they used the same route. To reveal how Ryoma got into the tank, I need to reveal how Himiko managed to get out of it. What? There's a puddle behind the staircase. This isn't a puddle from when we broke the tank. The floor around it is completely dry. Perhaps someone who was wet was here doing something.
That's true.
Changing wet clothes?
But
But how would you get from the water tank to the space behind the staircase?
could it be?
This may be a vital clue for understanding the underwater escape trick. Also es ist sehr auffällig, dass das unter den Treppen irgendwie hervorkommt. Das heißt, unter den Treppen muss dieser Fleck weitergehen, was heißt, dass die Treppen halt eindeutig anhebbar sind und nicht am Boden geschraubt sind, blöd gesagt. So, warte mal, ist jetzt hier noch irgendwas oder nicht? Na, eher vielleicht noch.
Listen.
Since the show was used for the murder, we must investigate Himiko's trick as well. Perhaps there are clues here. Okay, aber hier er vielleicht noch? Is there something here? No, let's decide that after we search it. Investigate anything that stands out. Aber ich hab doch alles, oder nicht? Rope, water tank, puddle, stairs, Kaito, nee. Ist hier noch irgendwas? Nee, ne? I think there are still things to investigate. Und was?
I see. However.
Achso, oh, jetzt habe ich da war wirklich was Neues, irgendwas mit Paddle. I've investigated just about everything to do with the stage. Warte mal, das kann ich ja.
Hey, so
Oh. Kann ich eigentlich kurz nachschauen, was da stand? Ne, wo war das nochmal? Ah ne, das war nicht hier, ne? Ne, kann ich nicht nachschauen, scheiße. Hey, how long are you gonna investigate here? We still gotta find the culprit, you know? Come, let's go.
Kaito.
Wait, Kaito. Warte mal, wie kann man nochmal in diesen... Ne, das wollte ich nicht. Ah, hier. Okay, schau mal kurz nach. That's it appears figured out the trick of Himiko's underwater state. The staircase goes up to the top of the stage. Inspecting it closely, I can see that some places on the side are wet. That might have something to do with the puddle next to it. Okay. Gut, dann machen wir weiter mit Kibo. Also, there are many unknown variables. The first thing we need to make clear is: when was Ryoma murdered? Well, in the middle of the show, obviously. The culprit knew how Himiko's trick worked and took advantage of it to kill Ryoma. In other words, everyone watching the show isn't suspicious.
But
Kaito, you didn't attend the show either, did you?
well, that's
No, but I'm still not suspicious. I forgot a promise, so I was just eating breakfast.
of course.
You got it, I'm not suspicious.
Oh dear.
Do you understand how that explanation is supposed to convince me? Kibo does have a point.
Hey, degenerate male!
If Himiko says it's magic, then it's magic, got it? I use my new Aikido to obliterate any degenerate male who bullies Himiko. But if we don't understand the magic trick, how can we possibly survive this trial? Kaito wird wahrscheinlich nichts zu sagen haben.
All right.
My first comment to my new sidekick is
Listen up.
investigate. Ja, okay, das hatten wir letztes Mal schon. My magic was supposed to make everyone smile.
Himiko!
Don't worry, everyone is smiling. I don't think any of us can smile right now. Eigentlich müsste sie doch nass sein. Himiko, if it's alright, are you ready to talk about your underwater escape trick? We need to understand how your trick works if we're going to solve this mystery.
What are you saying?
There's no trick to my underwater escape act, it was magic.
Come on, man.
You're still saying that? Do you understand the situation we're in?
Stop it.
No matter how much you guys threaten me, my answer won't change. It was magic.
Huh?
But
I'll protect you!
okay, your time's up. The Q&A session is now over. Unless you wanna feel the full volcanic wrath of my new Aikido.
Jeez.
Man, this god is more strict than the security at idol events. Angie. Ah, that's right. We need to ask Angie about the stage.
Angie.
I wanted to ask you some questions about the stage. Yep, I was in charge of all the art. I even built and painted the stage. Then, do you know anything about Himiko's trick? How it worked, perhaps?
No?
I do know the trick. Himiko only said it was magic. I see. I suppose she didn't tell Angie the secret either. By the way, you asked other people to help you with the preparations, right?
Yep.
We started the prep work yesterday. Lots of people helped out. Like when we were moving the heavy tank and the stairs from Himiko's research lab.
Yeah.
Me and Kibo helped with that. The tank had a pulley, but because it was so huge, it was still a lot of work.
Right.
And I asked Kirumi to sew the curtains cause I hate sewing.
Thanks, B2A2A.
So basically, it's all thanks to Atua that the show was a success.
Nah.
No, it's because of all of us. Was it really a success? Hab mir auch gedacht. By the way, where are piranhas? Where are the piranhas your idea?
Because.
On its own, the underwater escape act is no different from a normal magic show.
So divine.
I thought it would make the show more exciting and divine if we used piranhas.
Atua has spoken.
That's what Atua told me. So Atua gives you that kind of advice too, does he? And about the piranha tank and the timer, those weren't from Himiko's lab, correct?
Of course.
Yep. According to the piranha tank manual, it's synced up with the timer. When the timer goes off, the bottom of the piranha tank will open automatically. I see. That means that most of the equipment came from Himiko's lab.
And then?
And right when we finished the prep walk, we were about to take a break. Gonta captured us, so we couldn't release at all.
Jeez.
When Gonta let us go, it was already nighttime, so we couldn't go back to the gym.
You know,
You can't enter the gym at nighttime.
Yup.
So we decided to come to the gym today, before the morning announcement.
Thank you.
Himiko and I were waiting for the gym to open. Oh, I was so relieved the set was intact. So no one could have snuck into the gym before those two got here.
Ah.
What's up, Shuichi? Are you worried cause of this confusing incident?
But.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. But
Atua has spoken.
you have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about?
No.
Nothing can escape Atua's sight, not even the culprit. Atua is truly a divine force to be reckoned with. Angie is starting to sound more and more creepy. Okay, von dem ganzen Dialog haben wir jetzt gar nichts bekommen. Hey, Phlegm Wort? Was zur Hölle nutzt die für Wörter? Ich habe keine Ahnung, was ein Phlegm Wort ist. There's nothing I need you to tell me. Ach so, there's something I need you to tell me. That's not a very polite way to ask someone for something.
You know.
It's got nothing to do with the incident, but I heard Gonta captured you guys last night. The hell was that all about? I was running around, so I got no clue what happened.
got it.
Oh yeah, tell me too. I was also running, so I still don't know what went on. How did Mio escape from Gonta? She's not strong enough to fight him.
Why you?
You slimy shit! Well, I suppose you could say that Gonta was tricked into kidnapping us. The first one to get captured was Kibo, Kyo, Tsumugi, Tenko and I. Gonta hat letztens sogar erzählt, wie sie es geschafft hat, ihn loszuwerden. Wir können uns genau erinnern. Himiko and Angie were brought in later. From the gym, right?
Okay.
Exactly, and Kokichi left the room after around 9 PM. So they must have been brought in about 5 minutes before that.
If I remember correctly.
We were all forced to participate in Gonta's insect meet and greet. We were freed about an hour into nighttime, around 11 PM.
I see.
So from 9 PM to 11 PM everyone there had an alibi. And then those people without an alibi are me, Kirumi, Maki and Ryoma. I see you've learned what an alibi is thanks to the previous incident. But what the fuck is this insect meet and greet bullshit?
Why?
By the way, Miu, how were you able to get away from Gonta? Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
Huh?
Secret woman weapon?
Wait.
What's a secret woman weapon? Ich feiere ihre Lache. Is she trying to laugh it off?
Come on, man.
Shuichi, let's just leave her be. Listening to her will just tire you out.
You're right.
You're probably right. Perhaps it's better to get the truth out of her at the class trial. Oh god. Cooles Bild. Tsumugi.
Like I thought.
If Himiko doesn't tell us how the trick works, we won't know how Ryoma was killed, right? But with the way she is, how do we convince her?
Could it be?
What if Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him? Warte mal, was? Ist das safe wieder irgendeine Anspielung? Warte. Ryoma was a former apprentice of Himiko's master and vowed revenge on him. And he murdered a look-alike of himself in order to sabotage the show. Das ist safe irgendeine Anspielung, aber ich verstehe sie nicht.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It happened before, probably. It's happened. Ah, sie ist natürlich wieder wie nur für Anspielungen da. I'm glad Himiko made this game more difficult. Now I won't be nearly as bored.
Alright.
Time to work hard to solve this mystery. Get ready, corporate, cause here I come. Wow, der hat wieder sehr viel zu sagen.
How can this be?
Gonta could have saved him. No, Gonta should have saved him.
What happened?
Gonta, what's wrong? When piranhas attacked Ryoma, if Gonta had dived into tank, then Gonta could have helped Ryoma, but Gonta got scared. Too scared to do anything.
Gonta, idiot.
Sorry, Gonta, really sorry.
Come on, man.
A man shouldn't apologize so easily. And even if you had jumped in, they just would have eaten you too.
That's true.
And from what I read in the Monokuma file, you couldn't have saved him anyway, Gonta. Really? Does it say that in Monokuma file?
You know,
You haven't even read the Monokuma file yet?
Gonta not smart.
No, Gonta not really understand it. Gonta not smart enough to be helped.
Dumbass.
What are you talking about? If you've got time to apologize, you've got time to read the file. If you think you can't help, then work till you can. That's what you can do.
You're right.
That's right, Gonta, you're a huge help. There's some information that only you know, after all.
Huh?
Information only Gonta know.
Remember.
Remember, during the show you went up on stage. That was about 20 seconds before the piranhas dropped, right?
Mm,
Yeah, cause Gonta worry about Himiko.
could it be?
Did you see inside the tank? Did you see Himiko or Ryoma?
No.
No, Gonta see no one in tank. Gonta kinda surprised. You can't do it, we're still in the middle of the show. But if Gonta do nothing, Himiko get eaten by piranhas. Huh?
But you know,
But when the piranhas were dropped and the curtain opened, Ryoma was in the tank, right? Yeah, that's right.
so.
When did Ryoma get in there? Didn't you see it happen?
Oh,
Go-
Gonta see.
Gonta don't know. Everyone see Ryoma in tank when piranhas drop in after that.
Sorry.
Sorry, Gonta should have watched tank better.
Dumbass.
Like I said, a man shouldn't apologize so easily. Yeah, you're right.
You know,
But this is a problem. Now I'm even more stumped. Even if Himiko disappearing was part of the underwater escape act, how did Ryoma get into the tank? Was that part of Himiko's trick? I'm positive that mystery will be an important point of this case. Gonta's account. I believe we've investigated everything we need to for now. Well, our investigation's over now, so who's the culprit?
no.
I can't say for certain yet. There are other places I need to investigate.
Come on, man.
You still don't know? I never thought detective work would be such work. So where else do we gotta investigate?
That's.
First, the pool next to the gym. They're connected by the window above the stage, so that needs to be looked at.
That's true.
After that, I want to go to Roma's room and find out which motive video he had. Then I want to investigate the Ultimate Tennis Pro's lab. I've deducted that the handcuffs we found in the water tank probably came from there. Is that everything?
Ah,
Last of all, the Ultimate Magician's lab, I want to know more about Himiko's trick. If we go there, I'm sure there'll be kind of a clue. So we're still got a lot to do then, huh? Good luck, Shuichi. After all, it's gonna be you doing all the heavy lifting there.
You're right.
Yeah, right.
Don't screw around.
What do you mean right? Are you saying I'm useless? Is there a right way to respond to that? Okay, ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob wir jetzt aussuchen können, wo wir zuerst hin wollen. Eigentlich wäre Himikos Lab am nächsten, deswegen würde ich da als erstes hingehen. Aber da wir jetzt schon 35 Minuten haben, werde ich einfach mal hier die Folge beenden. Hier vor der Tür, damit ich auch weiß, was ich nächste Folge machen muss. Also, dann würde ich sagen, möge die Macht mit euch sein. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Ciao.